I've been looking for a house with no walls or no whispers, no hiding places, no secret sister. Been looking for a house that won't shelter a lie, no tear-stained past or reason to cry. I wanna live in a house of love.
Welcome. This is Empowering Women Everywhere. I am your host, Nan Gill, and today our guest is Maryann McQuillan. She's of Goshen Acupuncture and Massage. That is her business, but she has a lot of other things to share with us. So, hi Maryann.
Hi Nan, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. We're excited.
Thank you.
So there's so many things that we have to talk to you about. One of them is the work that she does with acupuncture and massage. But when you go to Maryann for a massage or acupuncture, you just don't leave with just that. Okay, you want to tell us a little bit more about what happens?
Sure. So initially, my intention is to help every single person find out what's best, what they want in their life. Acupuncture is a vehicle. Oriental medicine is a vehicle. My goal is to help everybody find their love, their joy, and if I can help them find it, it's more than just getting out of pain. It's more than just helping them feel better. It's helping them to know that they have a route in which to find their happiness.
Right. So if you go to Maryann, you might find where you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
So she does acupuncture and she does massage, and she also had a radio show at one time where she was teaching wellness.
Yes. I had a radio show on the local radio station, and the name of it was Feel Good Naturally. Feel Good Naturally. We talked about balance. We talked about wellness from the perspective of balancing these 6 areas of our lives: mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, financial, as well as volunteerism. And so if you were to come to me as a patient, we would also talk about that stuff.
Right. So the first, you want to go a little bit into the balancing of those, 6 or 7?
6.
6 areas?
Sure. What we talk about, of course, someone might come to me with a particular health concern. And we're going to talk about that. I'm going to get their health history. And then we're going to talk about these 6 areas and find out what their success is in each one of those areas. And then we're going to find what we call the weak link.
Okay.
And then we're going to work on that weak link. Because we find that raising the level of that weak link raises all the levels, not just that one.
Oh.
So we're helping that person achieve wellness, not just from I'm going to, stick a few acupuncture needles in you and get you well. We're going to talk about it as well.
Okay, well, I feel really good. My health is really good.
Okay, great.
But I might want to discover what my weak link is.
Yeah. And we'll talk about that. We can talk about that.
Yeah.
And then once we find out that weak link, Nan, we can, and by the way, people, respond to acupuncture and massage, and I have some great supplements I work with.
Right.
But at the same time, I really want to help people to understand that they have an impact on their health.
Right, definitely.
It's not just me or their other practitioners they go to. That they can do more than they think they can.
Right. Very good. Now, one of those is volunteerism.
That's right. One
of the 6. So, do you want to talk a little bit about what you're doing with your work with volunteerism?
I'd love to. So, I've been in Goshen for 14 years now, and it was probably about 1 year in, I met someone who asked me to come and speak at the Goshen Lions Club, one of their luncheons.
Okay.
And once I realized what the Lions Club, the International Lions Club, is all about, I had to be a part of it. And I've been not only a member of the Lions Club, I've been a president, I've been a vice president, a president, and we have really had a big impact in Goshen. And my intention as being president was to help the local school system to create a Leo Club.
Okay.
And a Leo Club is for students under the age of 18 who, to educate them on the benefits of volunteerism. And why the Lions Club is so important is because back in the day, Helen Keller spoke at a luncheon. And she asked the gentleman of the time if they would be the champion for the blind. And so that is why the Lions Club, we, gather the eyeglasses.
Right, I remember even years ago with my father and mother, they used to always donate their used glasses to the Lions Club.
Right, that's exactly. So our vision, and no pun intended, but as the Lions Club vision is to help people with, and a lot of people know the Lions Club for the seeing eye dogs.
Right.
And so there's a place in Morristown, New Jersey, and Yorktown Heights, New York, where the seeing eye dogs are trained. And something a lot of people don't know, Nan, is that it costs over $40,000 for one dog.
Right.
For the lifetime of one dog. So it's free to the human.
Right.
And that's why we're so committed to continually raising money. My heart is with the dogs.
Right.
Because it gives people freedom.
Yes.
It gives people a life. They can go where they want to go.
Right.
And so while I was president, I worked with the local, I met Dan Connor, our recent superintendent,
Yes.
and he had been a lion in another, where he came from, upstate a little bit. And I asked him if he would help me. And we started with 4 young ladies who are now in college.
Okay.
And now we have over 200 children, 200 middle school and high school students.
So what's the youngest that a child can be?
7th grade.
7th grade.
7th grade.
So from 7th and up, they can become Leos.
Leos, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And they work, and what kind of programs do the children get involved in?
Well, they do a lot of bake sales, they collect food. They participate in, we have, here in Goshen, we have the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Right.
They do a lot of help, anything, honestly, that we ask them to do, because nowadays, they're teaching, and I have to say Dan Connor's been a huge help in this area.
Right.
Where it's not just for your college application anymore.
Right.
The students come up with their own programs. In the beginning, I had to really help coach them on what they could do.
Right.
But then within a year, they took it over.
Oh, okay.
And it became their meetings, and it became their club, and it became their projects.
Right.
So that was very exciting for me.
And you said you have like a 200 members?
I believe it's 200, right around 200 here in the Goshen school system.
That's wonderful. And I know that you also do some other volunteer work with an organization in Middletown on Drury Road called Pets Alive.
Yes, Pets Alive is a no-kill shelter. And when you go there, like my husband and I went the first time, it was overwhelming.
Yeah.
There's a whole house where there's a lot of cats. There are horses. I believe there's a pig there now, and a lot of dogs.
Yeah.
And we're dog lovers, we're animal lovers, so it meant a lot to me. Not only do we walk the dogs, but
right.
My husband, we have adopted from there. Our most recent adoption is Macaroni, our little dog. And
what kind of dog is it?
He is a mutt. He's
an everything.
He's an everything. But when people ask that question, I say he's Puerto Rican because he was found in Puerto Rico.
Oh,
he and his sister. So
yeah, there's a lot of countries where the dogs are really not cared for at all. The pets, and we went down to an island in the Caribbean, and they were starving on the beach.
Yeah. Well, it took a long time. In fact, my dog does not want to eat. It is a lot of work to get him to eat.
Really?
And so, and we do believe it's because he was a feral dog in the Caribbean, because he rarely ate.
Yeah.
And so to this very day, it is my life's work to get this dog to eat.
So Pets Alive actually adopts dogs from other
Yes.
countries? I didn't
Yes.
even know that.
Yeah, and so we went to a little, there's a cute shop in Sugarloaf, and they hosted Pets Alive, and that's where we found Roni.
Huh?
And so not only do we try to walk the dogs as often as we
Right.
can, but my husband sells a very safe disinfectant that we donate, and anything we could do to help.
So you can just go to Pets Alive and just walk the dogs
Well,
or feed the cats.
well, you have to go through a brief training.
Right,
I believe it takes an hour of your time,
right.
and then you are on the list, and you can just go there and just sign your name, say I'm going to do some dog walking today, and just help out.
Yeah. How are the other people? Part of volunteering is getting involved with the community. So you become a part of something rather than just isolated. Now with social media, everyone is Skyping, they're texting, but you really don't have that human interaction where you can meet people. So it's a great place to meet people.
It's a wonderful place to meet people, and don't get me wrong, I like donating food. I appreciate it, when maybe fundraising, like a golf outing. But there is nothing like walking a dog who has been caged up, who has been... And do I think that they're better off at Pets Alive than on the street? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I want to interface with people and animals in a way that affects them in that moment, right then and there.
Right. Very good. And I guess the website is petsalive.org.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And there's a Facebook page for Lions Club, right?
Yes. The Goshen Lions Club is on Facebook,
Right.
facebook.com/Goshen Lions. And we would, anybody who wants to become a lion, they can reach out to me or directly to the club and come check us out.
Right. You can become a guest. And
You can
go
become
to
a
one of the
guest.
luncheons, and you have your luncheons at the Lancey's.
Yes. Our lunch meetings are twice a month, the
Right.
second and fourth Wednesday, and we meet at 12 o'clock noon, and we finish about 1:30, and if you can join us for any amount of that time, it would be great.
Yeah. So you can just come and see what it's all about.
Right.
That's good. That's really good. Okay. And then there was something else when you counsel people that you have started, besides your acupuncture and massage, you started a group with networking, marketing, or something like that?
So when people come to see me, part of that six parts of wellness
Right.
includes our financial life.
Right.
So most marriages end because of financial stress.
Right.
So I've been involved in network marketing for over 10 years now,
Right.
and I've seen the industry itself grow and change.
Mhm.
And nowadays it's much more professional than it used to be, and it is a real outlet. It's a real true business plan for someone to have a business. So when I talk about empowering people and
Right.
empowering women in particular,
Right.
I really love giving them this opportunity because I can help them and I can teach them. And it's real cooperation because anybody I help benefits me. So it's a win-win. Network marketing is truly a win-win when it's done professionally.
In this day and age when, big business is looking to slim down their overhead and cast off people that have been working with them for many years in favor of someone of less pay or not having to pay as many benefits, having your own business is really important if you want to have a stable financial situation.
That's right, Nan. What happens is for $40 you can have a business.
Right.
And what I've seen, for example, my husband works in corporate America, and they are just trying to make, they want the bottom line
Right.
to be
They're concerned
better.
about
They're
the bottom
concerned.
line.
And I am too as a business owner, but I've also known that helping other people do well
Right.
benefits me because of referrals. So when we talk about network marketing, it's called referral marketing.
Right.
And in this day and age, November 2015,
Yeah.
every sixth person you speak with is involved in a network marketing company. So the statistics are there. It's being taught on the graduate level, at business schools, and it is truly, you build a network and you help those people do well and you do well. So a lot of what I do is, in particular for the financial end, is offer people an outlet. They don't have to take it, but those who do get free coaching from me. They get, they're involved in conference calls, and I spend time helping people to be successful.
Now, the products that you sell
Mhm.
in your network marketing might not be the products that someone else could sell.
Correct. So I sell a product line of organic products that
Right.
we use every single day. People know what toothpaste is. People know what shampoo is.
Right.
They know what laundry detergent is. But I doubt they know how toxic most of those products really are.
Right.
So for me, I feel very safe when, I share my product line with people. And children, babies, should not, they're having their hair shampooed with toxic chemicals.
Now, are you able to sell internationally?
Yes, we are open in, I believe, 15 countries.
Okay.
I could be more. I could have that number wrong. And it's all online.
Okay.
The catalog's online. And the nice thing then is that you don't have to warehouse. You don't have to buy a lot.
Right.
In fact, you only buy what you use. So you don't have to store it.
Right. I know a lot of these companies before, they used to make you buy a large amount and then you had to warehouse it. But now you can just drop ship it.
Exactly. And I buy it at wholesale. Everybody gets to buy it at wholesale when they become an associate with the company.
Right. Well, I'm thinking that would be good for my daughter in London.
Yeah, why not? It can't hurt her, that's for sure.
Yeah, because I know, there's a lot of women that are home with their children that have a lot of play groups
Absolutely.
that they can get involved with, with selling something like that.
Sure.
And they're actually doing their friends a favor by giving them a, biodegradable, healthy alternative to some of the corporate stuff that's out there.
Well, what we use on our bodies, the not just the skin care, but say shampoo.
Right.
That industry is not regulated. It is the last industry in our country that's not regulated. So if you want to look up something, perhaps the shampoo you're using,
Right.
that you bought at a big box store, go to E as in Edward, W as in Wilson, G as in Greg, .org, and you can actually plug in your product and it will come up with the chemicals that are in that product.
Knowing the chemicals that are in the product, I probably won't understand what they are anyway.
Well, it'll explain it.
Oh,
And
yeah?
it'll explain this is a carcinogen, this is a chemical retardant. It's self-explanatory.
So, if somebody wanted to get a hold of you and find out more about this, what number could they call?
I have one cell phone, and for my business, for everything I do, 845-222-9781.
9781. 222-9781. Okay, and you have a Facebook page?
Yes, very simple, Goshen Acupuncture.
Okay. And the Lions, if somebody wants to join the Lions, they should just give you a call.
Sure,
And
call
you can
me.
set up a meeting for them to come to.
Absolutely, that
Just
would
to
be
try
great.
it out as a guest.
And no pressure. What I love most about the Lions Club, especially the Goshen Club, we're not interested in pressuring anybody for volunteering.
Right.
We just want, if you could spend maybe one afternoon with us, maybe you could help us with selling some raffle tickets. Maybe you could help us collect some food.
Right.
Maybe you could help us with some phone calls.
Right.
But nobody is going to pressure you into doing anything. It's not the nature of Lions Club and Lionism. We are really about contributing locally, and whatever you can, that would be great.
Yeah. And it's all about empowering people to become who they really are.
Absolutely. When I think about my father and mother, my parents, I'm one of 6 girls. I'm the youngest of 6 girls.
Did you have any boys?
No boys.
All girls.
And my father, I assumed everybody went to college, because the way my father spoke about life, and he also spoke about doing good for other people.
Right.
And helping others. So there was never a time, and believe me, I didn't come from a lot, but I had a lot. You know, if somebody came to the door, my mother put another pound of pasta on.
Right.
It was not, you know, it was always where there's more the merrier, and my mother always said, many hands make little work. And I met this woman who had just graduated from massage school, and within 9 months I was in massage school. And so in the state of New York, it's a license, and I did that, and I loved massage. And my practice was primarily sports massage. I worked with a lot of world-class athletes. I really enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was also a little bored. I always knew there was something else for me. And then there was an acupuncture school that opened in Montclair, New Jersey, and I went to the open house. And as I was listening to each and every speaker, in my head I was saying, I agree with that, I agree with that, I agree with that. And 2 weeks later I started acupuncture school, which is a 3-year master's level, and it is, of course, a license, state of New York regulated, and I have a national license as well. And I never looked back. And I will say that I didn't plan this, but my specialty is fertility. And I have, at one point on my door, I had about 15 pictures of babies. And that, I will say, was probably the most moving part of my career. And I would get the phone call from the hospital bed. And so that is very, very
rewarding.
Very rewarding. I can't even tell you. You know, thinking about it, I could well up right now. So, and then in reference to network marketing, one of the things that I love about network marketing, Nan, is that it is global. And because every single company I've ever worked with, we have a website, and you can be in Europe, and you could be in I would say Asia, parts of Asia. We're open in Asia, Australia.
Right.
So what happens is, because it's an internet-based company,
right,
and you know the rules and regs, the company has already done their due diligence and already done all the paperwork for getting, you know, the company open for sales in that
right,
in that country. It really helps, especially, you believe it or not, for example, the Philippines, huge in network marketing, because a lot of these cultures are already built in networks.
right,
You know, they're still functioning on a village level, and close family bonds. You know, there's an opportunity here to bring. I do have some international clients actually, and
it's an opportunity to give women the opportunity to have their own business, whatever culture they're located in.
whatever culture they're in, I can
To feed their children.
to feed their children. For example, let's say when a country opens in Europe, they don't have to just sell in Europe. They can sell to people they know in the U.S.
Right.
and vice versa. A friend of mine, he's born and raised in Italy, and he has a huge business in Italy. And he lives here. He lives in
Right.
Westchester. So most of his business is over there. And he works the business through the internet and, of course, speaking
Right.
to people. But his relationships are there. And the fact that Italy is open, he can build a business there.
He can sell there.
He can sell there.
Yeah, so you're not limited to your geography.
Correct.
And you're not having to be in a situation where you have to leave your children with a babysitter to earn money.
Correct.
you can build this up and have the money start coming in.
Exactly. Technology is really, network marketing and technology go hand in hand. How people made money in the past in network marketing were you had to be somewhat local, or you had to be able to drive
Right.
an hour, 2, 3 to go to a presentation and to ask questions. And of course you could talk on the phone, but to see the products firsthand. Now the internet does it all. I
Right.
will have to, not at all, but it really does cover all the bases. And the information, we are in the information age. We're in the technology age. So if I were to send you a video, you could watch it at your leisure, and you could get back to me, and then we can place your order. You don't,
Okay, so part of it entails videos that are already made that you can just send to your friends to see if they're interested.
that's right. It's a very simple system. And that system is the company itself provides us with a lot of information, a lot of marketing materials, and then we just send it. My job is to offer it to people.
Right.
A network marketer is all about marketing.
Mm-hmm.
If people are not ready, they're not ready.
Right.
I can't do anything about that. But if they want to get healthier and they want to protect and prevent, really serious conditions because of these toxic chemicals that we're exposed to.
Right.
For example, there was a study done on migraines. Women under the age of 20, females under the age of 20, and once we changed out the products that the toxic products they were previously using to the non-toxic, safe, organic products, over 72% of these particular participants, their migraines went away. So it really has a big impact. It's not just, I want to, have, for me, it's not theory, it's actual application. I don't want to be exposed to chemicals.
No.
I don't want to be exposed to toxic lotions.
Right.
It doesn't
And
make
it's
sense.
easier because it comes right to your door. You don't even
That's
have to go
right.
shopping.
And I love that.
I'm a big one for not having to go shopping.
Yeah.
If I can order it online and have it come to my house, that's half the job right
That's
there.
right. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Okay, good. Well, thank you very much, Maryann.
Thank you, Nan.
And thank you for coming to Empowering Women Everywhere, which is a show that highlights the good work that people are doing in the community and the good work that people are doing to help empower you to become all that you can become. And if you would like to be on our show, please get in touch with us at 845-294-7500 or on the web at EmpoweringWomenEverywhere.tv. Thank you.
Thank you.
I've been looking